So let's talk about the song That's All from Genesis, from the album Genesis, or Shapes, as some of you call it. I want to show you one of my prized possessions. Oh, it's kind of simple. That's why I like it. It's minimal. In my Genesis record collection, it's a German pressing, I believe, of That's All. And it's just a 12-inch single. It's not really that special, but it's special to me. On the reverse side, it has a 1981 live version of Firth of Fifth with Phil Collins singing, which is really cool. Anyway, That's All. I'll tell you, I often find myself on the opposite opinion of a lot of the quote-unquote diehard Genesis fans. I find myself on the opposite end of some of the opinions for That's All, because I love That's All. I mean, I'm a Phil Collins fan, and this is kind of like one of the quintessential Phil Collins Genesis songs, like Invisible Touch or Throwing It All Away. Be warned, I love this song. There's the review. It's over. I love this song. I think my favorite part about it, and there's so much to love about it, but my favorite part, and maybe, you know, I don't know melodies too well and everything, but there's something going on, and maybe if you're not a musician, you felt it, but you haven't really put your finger on it. But there's this shift from a minor key to a major key. I believe it kind of starts from like E minor to A minor, if I'm not mistaken. And then I believe it goes, when it shifts to that kind of like brighter moment, I believe it shifts to a C and a D, but correct me if I'm wrong. Who cares? The point is this. It has this, found it I'm wrong when I thought it was right. And then this shift to, I could say day, you say night, tell me it's black. So now we're going into a major key, which I think is really beautiful and super subtle. And you don't hear that a lot in music. And it's my favorite part of the song. Like, you feel like it's a sinister, dark, waltzy tune, but then like when it kind of just turns the corner a little bit and kind of comes back on track with like running around, staying out all night. If you've ever found yourself kind of lifted up and like feeling a little peppier, like it's that shift from a minor to a major. I really love it. I also love when they did it live. Now, okay, what I really like is I like in the Invisible Touch tour with the electric guitar solo. It's just unreal. Just the upbeat nature of this song is so great. They didn't really do it on the Way They Walk tour, although there is a recording of it. That's how it's on a full-length version of it. This is weird. Fill me in here, because a full-length version of it is on the Way We Walk shorts, right? But I think they just snuck it into that old medley. So where did that full-length version come from? Let me know. But I was a little disappointed of the version they did at the Lost Domino, because it just felt, I don't know, it was pretty acoustic, and good for them for thinking outside the box, but I just missed that Daryl guitar solo. I really would have loved to hear it. I think it's such a simple solo. It's so great. So when they were writing this song back in, well, I don't know, before 83, they were going for a Beatlesque tune, right? And remember this, that Beatle-y kind of like simple pop song had been working well for them with Follow You, Follow Me and Misunderstanding. And then they kind of moved away from that intentionally on Abacab and didn't really have a hit single from Abacab. And so now we got to pivot back and say, let's try something in the vein of Misunderstanding or in the vein of Follow You, Follow Me. And that's kind of what they did with That's All. And that would make it, even though it was the second single from Genesis, the self-titled album, after Mama, it would make it more successful than Mama. Mama went to number 73 on the Billboard 100, whereas That's All went to number 6. Now, That's All is still played today on the radio way more than Mama. But for some reason, Mama is kind of more popular in the lore. It's kind of popular in the way that In the Air Tonight is popular, although In the Air Tonight isn't played on the radio as much as something like You Can't Hurry Love. But I was surprised to learn that That's All did way better on the Billboard 100 charts, going to number 6. That's crazy. But the results were exactly what they were looking for, which was another one of those Beatles simplistic love songs. Great guitar solos, simplistic piano playing on the CP70 by Tony Banks, and then a Ringo Starr drum beat by Phil. We love when Phil does something simple because he's such an intricate, exciting, adventurous drummer. But like when he does something simple on this tune or on No Son of Mine, it really makes room for the song. And I've always loved how Phil has done justice to the song. So whatever drum pattern serves the song. So if that's something like wild and crazy, like on Cinema Show or Walkerilla, great. But in times like this and Throwing It All Away and No Son of Mine, the beat just serves the song. One of the most iconic beats. A lot of people love the bridge of this song as well. I do too. It's great. But I love when those like syncopated toe tapping on between Mike and Daryl and Phil or whoever. I love the guitar solo. I love the 1986 or 1987 live version. That's my absolute favorite. I listen to that all the time. Did you know that Kelly Clarkson just covered this recently? I just Googled it, and like a short of her belting out this song on her TV show came up. And man, it's really good. It really just shows the how kind of vocally complicated this song is. It sounds like a super simple song, but it's actually pretty complicated. Your turn. What do you think of this song? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you one of those people that hate this song? There are some kind of like sort of obnoxious Genesis tunes, but this one isn't it for me. Every time it comes on, I'm always loving it. Love a good toe tapper. I dig it. I'm not even a Beatles fan, to be honest. So that's kind of cool. I like their Beatles-esque tune, but I'm not really a Beatles fan. So I like this a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments about That's All, and thanks for watching.